For this next set of articles and for this next set of stuff that I'm about to talk about, I'm gonna need to sit down because I'm in learning mode. But first thing I need to do is learn you something. And you know what I want to learn? What's the first thing I want to learn you? Why you should hydrate yourself and ingest fluids, because your organs need them. Your body needs the minerals that are in this water. So what I'm gonna need you to do is go get yourself a water bottle, go grab the refillable water bottle you got beside you, whatever, pop the cap, take a sip with me. Okay, now to talk about whatever the hell Deepseek is. So, I have minimal understanding of Deepseek. I watched a TechLink video that talked about it in brief and said something about it's cheaper than OpenAI and has a lot of companies scrambling and panicking. And all I know is that and the headlines I've been seeing that have been saying that since Deepseek went on the stock market, that everybody else's stocks have just been plummeting. By the way, if I say anything in relation to financials in this video, it is not financial advice. It is just me talking about the situation, because the point of this video is I want to discover what the fuck is Deepseek, what it's meant for, how it's supposed to be used, so on and so forth. So if I say anything about financials in this entire video, whether it's before I started this statement or after I started this statement, this is just me talking about something I seen. This is just me talking about what happened. I'm not telling you to go buy stock or whatever. I'm just telling you what I seen. So again, all I know about it is that the stock price for this shit came out and it tanked everybody else's stock price or something like that. I don't really know or understand why, but we about to find out together. The emergence of Deepseek sent stocks and companies heavily invested in AI into freefall. The video, which dominates the markets for GPUs upon which AI models run on, was hit hardest when its shares tumbled a whole 16%, the biggest loss in Wall Street history. Damn. I was like, I should buy more of that. Microsoft, Meta Platforms, and Google parent company Alphabet fell between 2.1 and 4.2%, while AI server maker Dell Technologies was down 8.2%. Deepseek has sent shockwaves, blah blah blah. Deepseek claims its R1 model is a significantly cheaper alternative to Western offerings such as ChatGPT. It's built on the open source Deepseek V3, which reportedly requires far less computing power than Western models. And why are you saying Western so much? What the fuck does that got to do with anything? And is estimated to have been trained for just $6 million. How much did it cost to train ChatGPT? Actually, let's ask Perplexity. Money did it cost to train you? Gotta be polite, so excuse me, but alright, shorty, how much did it cost to train you? It ate my fucking. I have to. Yeah, I'm at the tab. Just forgot to be polite. Alright, there we go. I just had to reload the tab. Apologize, but I cannot provide the exact training costs precisely based on getting search results, price band, Yeah, okay, cool. So I asked the homie Googs. To get accurate, you would need to contact Perplexity. Alright. Let's see if we can find a number. Likely in the millions. Wait, I looked. AI powered search engine, Perplexity, now valued at. That's valued at. That's not how much it costs. See, yeah, I'm not getting any answers about how much it costs. So like this, saying that it's only cost $6 million to train it. My problem with that is, I just looked just now. Let me try ChatGPT. To train. In terms of training cost of a single iteration, it costs $4 million to train at least tens to dozens of times. Even if there are only 10 times, the cost will reach $46 million. All right. Wait, what? Oh yeah. According to the available information, training ChatGPT, specifically GPT-3, estimated to cost between 2 and 4 million. So I look it up, and the highest number I'm getting is 4.6 million. And the first thing you're saying is you just trained your shit for 6 million, and ChatGPT is saying their most recent version was trained for, well, Mumu is saying that this shit was trained for 4 million, and Mumu's is a pretty reputable source in terms of information because they deal directly with stock markets and stuff like that. So this is what I say when it comes to looking for information and cross-referencing and fact-checking. I just cross-reference and fact-check, and you said requires far less computing power and has just been trained for 6 million. This is more than it took to train ChatGPT. So in theory, if ChatGPT would have thrown another 2 million, they could have did the same fucking thing. So I would really need to see ChatGPT's processing or Perplexity, Claude, whatever, any of these shits, their processing power or whatever the fuck, and how much effort and energy it takes to deal with those, and then go from there. Because the information we have right now, this 6 million sounds like a about on par number, about on par to above par number. And also, this is when it comes to research fields, however much you spent on the research doesn't matter. What results did you come up with? Because like, I could spend $20 million on research and get no result, or I could spend $1 million on research and get 10 times the results that you got for $10 million. So it's like, we don't really give a fuck. People who invest in the stock market and shit like that, we don't really give a fuck. How good is your model and why is your model good? Okay, it computes less than other people? Show me. While some have disputed this claim, Deepseek, yeah, I'm disputing it too. Deepseek has had the effect of calling into question the billions American tech companies are investing in the AI for some brain dead ass reason, which in turn spooked investors. As a black man that is very familiar with and was raised partially in Southern culture, Deepseek shot to the top of the most downloaded free app in the US off the back of rising discussion about its effectiveness. Yet, same thing happened with ChatGPT, and it's not nowhere near as effective as Perplexity. Deepseek performs as well as the leading models in Silicon Valley, and in some this sounds like marketing shit. Whenever you want to market something, you say, I'm better than all the ops, and all you have to do is be better than the most common person. And the most common one isn't even the best in the AI computing space, so that's not that hard. Co-founder of Darwin AI told CBC News, but they did it with a fractional amount of resources. Resources is really what is turning heads in our industry. I don't have any proof of that. I would need to see a breakdown comparison by an independent person, because somebody who's paid by Perplexity or paid by ChatGPT, they're incentivized, even if they're a wholesome person, they're incentivized to give whoever paid them the type of results that they want to see, even if they have to cherry pick. So, I don't know, bro. But they did it with a fractional. Instead of paying open $20 a month or $200 a month for the latest advanced version of these models, people can really get these types of features for free. Another thing that's setting off red flags in my head. Whenever you say you have to pay to go to the ops, but you could get our shit for free, that screams marketing. Because I don't know if this originates from drugs, but as a Negro, I know it because of drugs. Whenever you want people to get hooked on your new drug, you don't go out and charge them the price you want to charge them. You don't go out and say $40 for my drug. No, what you do is you go out and you give away drugs for free. You let them get a taste. You let them pop your pill for free in a party. You let them smoke your crack or whatever the fuck for free. Yeah, for free, just giving it out, saying, hey bro, you want some crack? Here's some free crack. Wow, this shit is great. That's what you want to happen. You want them to like your shit. And then when they come back, you give them another free sample. And then another free sample. And then when you got people coming back to you consistently, you go, hey bro, I've been giving you too much free shit. I'm gonna need to charge. But I'm not gonna charge you that much. And you give them a little low price. And when you give them a very, very reduced price, that's so low that you're losing money selling it to them at that price, you slowly raise it up and give them reasons that they're gonna believe is valid. So let's use, I don't know, pills, because that's less, YouTube algorithm unfriendly. You give them the pill at first, they pop it, they go, wow, I like this is so good. You go, yeah, you like that? You go to another party that they go into, you give them pills for free. They give it to all their little pill popping friends. They all pop it. Then you start going, whoa, bro. I've been giving you a lot of this shit for free. I've been giving you $200 worth of pills for free. Bro, just slide me a 20 and here, I'll give you the whole bag. Actually, matter of fact, slide me a 20 and I'll give you 2 bags. And then you thinking in your head, oh my God, this is steal. Then when people ask you where you got it, you point, you go, I got it from that dude over there. And then guess where they're going? Like, oh, no. I gave him a discount because that's my special man. I don't really know you like that. So you got to pay 50. And 50's not the real price. So I'm still giving you a deal because you know him. Then that friend of that friend, oh, nah, you don't get no deals. That's a special deal for them. You got to pay the whole 100. Then it get to the point to where you start saying, look, bro, I can't give you a discount. I got to charge everybody 100. And then you get how it snowballs from there. But point is, you're saying that the ops are charging you and I'm giving it away for free. Nothing in this world is free, nigga. Either they're selling your data or they're gonna charge you later on down the line so much up the wazoo that they make back all the money that they're losing giving you this shit for free right now. Seen this story before. Started a sentence off with a conjunction. So it really upends a lot of business models that a lot of these companies were relying on to justify their very high valuations. Trump, however, tried to put a positive spin on recent events, suggesting Deepseek may be a positive for the US. So the guy that wants there to be more commerce in the US is saying that it's positive to have a foreign adversary AI company that's worth more than the American ones. Sounds like a hand is in a pocket to me. Instead of spending billions and billions, you'll spend less and you'll come up with hopefully the same solution, he said, as reported by the Big Black Cock Corporation. If you could do it cheaper, if you could do it for less and get the same end result, I think that's a good thing for us. This nigga added before insisting the US will remain dominant in the field of AI. So you just complimented your ops for being able to do it better. There's gotta be some capitalists in the name of competition, or it gotta be some type of Jedi mind trick shit, because it's not making sense. Nvidia, meanwhile, remains a $290 trillion company despite the impact of Deepseek. It's set to release its new cars, blah, 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 blah. So now what I have here are a couple videos lined up that talk about Deepseek AI and what it's all about, what it is, and whatnot.
Google, Meta, and more. For years, the US has been the undisputed leader in artificial intelligence.
That is true. Since the rise in about 2021, late 2020, that has been the truth. But apparently this is making it change, I guess.
January, when a relatively unknown AI research lab from China released an open source model that's quickly become the talk of the town in Silicon Valley.
Okay, so for those of y'all who don't understand what open source means, open source just means anybody can access it and use it free of charge. Nobody has to pay anybody to use it. So, for example, an example of open source software where the code is publicly available to everybody to fondle with and play with and do whatever with is open broadcast software, also known as OBS. OBS, the streaming software that all your favorite content creators use to make content. Let me see. Well, if it'll fucking open. And my computer soft locked, I think. Okay, we're good.
And the top-rated free app.
But this software right here, nope, y'all cannot see it above my head. Let me move my head. Actually, no. But this software that I'm using to record this and do this, OBS, that's a great example of open source software where anybody can see the code, edit the code, play with the code, like I said, fondle the code and do whatever to make variations of OBS, make various improvements to OBS, make plugins for OBS, so on and so forth. So open source software is always a good thing because anybody could use it. But when it comes to something that is this open source and taking over the world this far, it's always questionable. Oh, here it is. After I'm done talking about it, it pops the fuck up. What the fuck? Why did it randomly close out my music? Go ahead, play on a video. But that makes sense.
Apple's App Store in the US. Deepseek's technological feat has taken the world by surprise.
This is probably an AI voice too. Is this official CNN? Like, what the fuck?
Deepseek R1 is an advanced...
Yeah, this ain't real CNN.
That claims to surpass existing benchmarks on several critical tasks.
Bitch ain't breathe once.
Uses large-scale reinforcement learning for training and directly competes with OpenAI's O1 model. What is interesting about Deepseek is the low...
Wait, so you're competing with the version of OpenAI that niggas was using in 2021? Oh, brother.
Building the model as compared to the cost needed to build Meta and other models. The startup claims that it created its low-cost model in just 2 months with less than $6 million.
Sounds rushed to me.
That is in huge contrast to the $100 million that OpenAI spent to train its GPT.
Where'd you get that number?
By revamping the foundational structure of AI models and using limited resources more efficiently, Deepseek is a force to reckon with.
I'll try out Deepseek. Yeah, why is it a game changer? AI, tell me about AI.
Deepseek's success comes at a time of a tech cold war between the US and China. US export controls restricted China from accessing the most advanced NVIDIA AI chips. As a result, most Chinese companies have focused on downstream applications rather than building their own models. Now, Deepseek potentially casts doubt on the dominance of the US in the artificial intelligence space and the validity of high valuations for companies like NVIDIA.
Together, these world-leading technology giants are announcing the formation of Stargate. So put that name down in your books, because I think you're going to hear a lot about it in the future. A new American company that will invest $500 billion at least in AI infrastructure in the United States and very, very quickly, moving very rapidly, creating over 100,000 American jobs almost immediately.
On the second
AI does not create jobs, it takes them away.
Day of his presidency, Donald Trump announced
Niggas just be saying shit just to say shit.
$100 billion initiative that brings together tech titans, OpenAI, Oracle, and
AI, especially in fucking stuff like and especially in creative fields like animation, art, content creation, bro. AI is taking away jobs and making shit harder.
indicated a desperation for the US to maintain its top position.
What we want to do is we want to keep it in this country. China is a competitor and others are competitors. We want it to be in this country, and we're making it available. I'm going to help a lot through emergency declarations because we have an emergency. We have to get this stuff built. So they have to produce a lot of electricity, and we'll make it possible for them to get that production done very easily at their own plants if they want, where they'll build at the plant, the AI plant, they'll build energy generation, and that will be incredible.
The narrative of America's AI leadership being invincible has been shattered, and Deepseek is proving that AI innovation is not just about funding or having access to the best infrastructure.
I don't know. To me, this shit sounds like a data phishing scam of some type, but
in this quick video,
let's keep going.
How to actually use Deepseek and Deepseek R1, which is an AI reasoning model.
Going on 1.5.
With Deepseek, this is an AI language model that you could use inside of a chatbot that I'm going to show you, and it rivals OpenAI's model called O1. Now, O1 was the first reasoning model that was released from OpenAI, the creators of ChatGPT. It's available right now only to paid users, and they have a
So, like I said, we're fighting. You're comparing this to 2021 ChatGPT. Why would I want to go back in time and use a worse version of ChatGPT? Is this shit at least connected to the internet? I'm confused.
version of it that's $200 a month if you want unlimited access to this O1 model, which is what I actually pay for right now. Deepseek is free to use. You could even download it and install it locally on your computer, and you could use it on their website. This is from a...
That's actually pretty cool, but most people, because when it comes to stuff like this, you gotta take in consideration the fact that the average person using AI for literally anything, first off, isn't even technologically literate. That's number one. Number two, even the people that are technologically literate, it is pretty expensive to get a computer good enough to be able to run this shit locally efficiently. Number three, if you run this shit locally, unless you making a personal assistant for your computer, which at that point, I guess, whatever, the fuck are you using it for? I don't know. I'm lost.
If you go to deepseek.com, you'll see this option right here. Start now. Free access to Deepseek V3, and then Deepseek R1 is going to be available here too. And I created my account here for free. And right over here, I could actually start a chat with Deepseek. And if you've used ChatGPT, this works exactly the same way. You type in your question or your prompt over here, and then you're going to go ahead and send it out. If you want to use the R1 reasoning model, that is this one right here. It says Deepthink R1. This will help you with reasoning problems. Now I'm going to give it this prompt that's going to require some thinking. How can you prove your reality is real and not a simulation? And I'll send this out here, and I won't edit.
Okay, that could be interesting, because one thing that AI like currently does have a problem with is certain logistical and reasoning problems, for the simple fact of people don't want to cause AI to have moral dilemmas. So it's crazy that we even talking about this in this type of manner, but people don't want AI to have moral dilemmas, so on and so forth. And like ChatGPT was able to reason to a certain extent, but they quickly turned that shit off and made it an information bot fast because of stuff like that. So we'll see if that happens here, or if they got limiters, or what happened.
Edit this just to show you the speed of it here on this website. So what it does first is it does some thinking, just like a human would before answering it.
Loading. And
the more complicated the question, the more thinking it might do. And typically you could just leave this minimized. You don't need to see the thinking, because that is not the answer. But if you open it up, you can actually go through and see how it's thinking through the problem. And the white part here is the actual answer. So it took 22 seconds in this case. Now it says this is a profound philosophical and scientific question, and it's going to give you kind of its reasoning behind the different things that he thought through. And right here,
this is the same shit I could do in ChatGPT, dog. I'm not gonna lie, this is the same shit I can do in ChatGPT, and I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I believe it's called the familiarity complex, but if you offer somebody something similar to what they already like, they're gonna stay with what they're like. So, for example, think of how Pokemon super fans got mad when you tried to tell them to play Power World. Same thing with ChatGPT. If I already know how to use ChatGPT and I already got whatever money or whatever in ChatGPT, why would I come over here to this? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And right now, the answer is you have no reason.
What's really interesting about this is you could combine this with search, and I'm going to go ahead and do a prompt where it's going to use DeepThink, but it's also going to have web access. This is something actually not possible inside of ChatGPT O1 model right now. Okay, NVIDIA recently had a drop in share price. Is this a good time to buy? Obviously not. Investment stock advice.
Yeah, again, like I said, none of this is investment advice, but let's see what it says.
And search, because this is a relevant thing that's happening today, and you can see right here.
Okay,
search results.
So that's kind of cool. You could turn on and off the internet connection part. Will that apply to if I'm running it locally though?
A bunch of different things we found about the stock price of NVIDIA. It is based on today's date. It's also doing its thinking at the same time over here. And I'm making this on the 27th, so it's down 14 to 18%. January 27, 28. Sparked the debate if it should be a good buy. And then it's kind of giving us the key factors here. Let's see if it has a conclusion on the bottom. The drop reflects short-term fears, but NVIDIA long-term growth driver remains intact. For risk-tolerant investors, it should be a buying opportunity due to unmatched AI infrastructure. And the verdict is, if you believe in AI's transformative potential and NVIDIA's ability to innovate, the dip offers a strategic entry point. For others, you might want a dollar cost average or wait for it to stabilize. Very interesting.
Yeah, that's a truthful thing. So for those of y'all who don't understand stocks and y'all want the simple version, basically Nvidia is a stock that may dip a little bit, but over time is going to go up. So, and this is not an exact example, this is just to get you to understand. So let's say the stock in 2020 started off at $5 and went up to $25 in 2025, right? That doesn't mean that in 2020 it went $5 and the graph looks like this straight. It might have went to $5, then went to $4, then it went up to $6, then it went down back to $5, then it went up to 10, then it dipped back down to 4, then it went up to, I don't know, 11, then it dipped down to 9, and then it went up and down, might have had a deep dip for whatever reason, up and down, all the way till it gets to $5 to $20. So while it may not have been a straight line up, the line is going to keep going up. A and B, they're saying since it's a little bit cheaper right now, think of it like when your favorite game gets a temporary discount, like you getting a game on a Steam sale, summer sale, whatever. Instead of buying a game at the usual $30 discount, they're giving, let's say the game is 50% discount. Usually the game is always 50% discount, but today they got a 60% discount. They got a 70, 80% discount. So instead of paying 30, you're paying like $10, $15. Same game, nothing's about it is gonna change. But you know that after that deal is up, price is going back up and it's gonna be more expensive to get that game. Same idea here.
Right? The combination of deep search and the web search to give you an answer that is very relevant based on today's news. Now, if you want a deep diver into all the different AI tools, I have an entire education platform I've been building out.
And we don't give a fuck. It's not hard to use AI unless you want to be an AI coder or some shit.
Hey friends, hope you're well.
This I feel like I could watch in my spare time. And this one is a video that I wanted to watch because this title got me. Did Deepseek R1 just pop the AI bubble? Didn't even know there was a fucking AI bubble.
Chinese
Let's see what this dude got to say.
the world when they walked right
Does
over
this have background music?
boat by releasing the open source R1 model. Not
None
only
of these niggas ever have background music.
O1 reasoning model, but it also beats Claude Sonnet and Gemini. It wins on key benchmarks, but more importantly, it passes my vibe test, along with many others on the internet, as long as you don't ask it what happened on April 15th, 1989. R1 Claude Sonnet and Gemini. It wins on key
what the fuck is an AI bit accuracy percentage? Okay, cool. So what's the name of the shit? Deepseek. Deepseek is the light blue. OpenAI is gray. Oh, okay. Deepseek R1 is this blue line. It looks about the same. Like all these, except for OpenAI 1, it looks about the same. And this is why I was saying it was a red flag earlier that they was comparing this shit to OpenAI 2021 basically, because that shit is 4 years old, excuse me. because 2021 to 2, 3, 4, and then 5 will be this year. So that shit is 3 to 4 years old. You're comparing your shit to what a nigga did 4 years ago? Nigga, I don't give a fuck how good you are compared to that nigga 4 years ago. How good are you compared to that nigga right now? What's gonna make me use your shit over their shit right now? But of course, again, why I said they're doing this is they're doing it for marketing. They're saying our shit is cheaper than the leading person shit. Use ours instead of theirs. Because look at this. Look at this. Blowing these motherfuckers out the water. 60% to 70%. Fucking the light blue one. No. OpenAI is the light gray one. 60% to 71%. 93 to 96. 79 to 63. You're blowing them out the water every time in percentages. But how good are you to the OpenAI right now? And if we're looking at the charts, they're about the same. And in some cases, most cases, it looks like they're getting outclassed.
Key benchmarks, but more importantly, it passes my vibe test, along with many other.
Now, what the fuck is a vibe test? I've asked both O1 and R1 to analyze some parts of a presentation I'm working on. R1 gave a more complete analysis where it addressed many important aspects O1 simply missed. I've asked both to brainstorm around my ideas, and R1 gave me much better ideas than O1. That's an opinion-based statement. My experience the same.
On the
opinion-based statement.
You don't ask it what happened on April 15th, 1989. R1 even wins at math, which is crazy considering OpenAI had the answers in advance. Over the last few days, normies have been learning about R1, and it went viral to become the #1 app in America. This is a big problem for big tech, because in order for the grift to keep grifting, artificial intelligence needs to be hard and take thousands of GPUs to pull off. But Deepseek R1 cost less than $10 million, and was actually the side project of a hedge fund, where their only goal is to create long-term social value. Wall Street is terrified, and Nvidia stock is in for a bloodbath today. Nvidia has been the primary beneficiary of the AI boom, but the whole bubble just got one-shotted by a brutal reality check. In today's video, we'll find out how Deepseek just changed the course of history. It is January 27th, 2025, and you're watching.
Oh, this is the Cold Report dude.
Literally shaking right now. Sam Altman coped with a dramatic tweet. A revolution can neither be made nor stopped. The only thing that can be done is for one of several of its children to give it direction by dint of victories. I'm not sure if that's Napoleon Dynamite or Napoleon Bonaparte, but the funny thing is he videoed by someone with an anime profile picture that said, "It's not that deep, bro, just release a better model." In addition, to try to remain competitive with DeepSeek, OpenAI is also offering its O1 mini model to free users. But that's not all. They also released a new thing called Operator, which gives AI access to a browser.
That's a beauty of competition. So if y'all don't understand what just happened there, I'm gonna run it back and I'm gonna let y'all hear it again.
Model to free users. But that's not all. They also released a new by someone with an anime profile picture that said, "It's not that deep, bro, just release a better model." In addition, to try to
how do you get ratioed with less likes? Anyway,
competitive with DeepSeek, OpenAI is also offering its O1 mini model to free users. But that's not all.
So if y'all don't understand what they're saying, basically, what he said is ChatGPT. This shit is on par with ChatGPT and so much better than what's very accessible at ChatGPT. It made them give away some shit that if they went unchecked, they would have charged your ass for. And they're giving it away for free. Again, that's why I said they're undercutting the competition by coming in and saying, look, our drug free, their drug paid. Take my drug. Until you like it, slippery slope.
It's a new thing called Operator, which gives AI access to a browser and allows it to click on buttons and fill out forms on your behalf, which is a game changer because that means you can have ChatGPT go attend your court-appointed DUI courses or anything else you might have to do online.
Yeah, you know what that means? In case you didn't hear what I heard, you know what that means? That means if you're a person in a data analyst job, where, not data analyst, you're a person in a data entry job, where your whole job is to, okay, what did you say? You said 1, click button number 1. People who are data entry jobs, what I heard, your ass better get on Indeed or something like that.
In the future, humans will no longer need websites or UIs, only APIs that can interact with the AIs. Operator is currently only
the way he explained that fried my brain, but basically what he said is if progression in AI keeps going on the way that it is looking now, basically all this, you see how like to get to videos on YouTube, I gotta click around YouTube, hit the search bar, go to the home screen. He's saying that eventually it's gonna get to the point where I go, hey yo AI, Entertain me, and it's just gonna show me a video that it knows I like. I don't need to go touch, click, tap, nothing. Which I'm not gonna lie, I don't want that to happen. I want to control at least my entertainment.
On the $200 plan, and overall it gets mixed reviews. That's cool and all, but the Chinese are really crushing it right now. Deepseek is one thing, but they also released this thing called Hunyuan 3D, which can generate 3D meshes and textures, and that's huge for people like me who have spent years failing to get good at Blender.
Okay, so the thing I don't like about this is this affects another job in animation. It's gonna be real fucking hard to get a job in animation. It's already hard as fuck to get a job in it. I was looking at a tweet the other day where somebody was mentioning that they were a storyboard artist that have worked on multiple Cartoon Network shows, couldn't find a fucking job for like the past 3-4 years. I seen something where somebody in the comments was saying like, yo bro, I got a degree in this field and 10 years of experience in this shit, and I can't find a fucking job in animation. 10, my nigga? Over 10? That's a decade. You know what 10 years ago was? 2015. You know what was popular in 2015? The PlayStation 4. We're talking about the PlayStation 6. You know what happened in 2015? We were 2 years away from the Nintendo Switch coming out in 2017. Now we're talking about the next Nintendo console releasing. That's a whole console cycle, gang. A whole console went from new shiny toy to old shit that niggas is ready to throw in the back of their closet. Fucking bananas.
But the crazy thing about Deepseek is that it was just a side project that cost very little money to produce. Even
whatever.
Recent called it one of the
$6 million is not a side project, but whatever, nigga.
Most amazing and impressive breakthroughs he's ever seen, a profound gift to the world. And because of that, the stock market is panicking and just wiped out nearly $1 trillion in value, with Nvidia being the biggest loser, followed by other chip companies like Taiwan Semiconductor and Broadcom. You see, Nvidia's had basically a monopoly on AI training for the last decade, because they have better Linux drivers than AMD, and all the machine learning algorithms are optimized for libraries like CUDA, which is proprietary and can only run on Nvidia GPUs. And they have the infrastructure to connect all these GPUs together at scale. As AI models get bigger and more popular, so do the profits of Nvidia, but someone got Deepseek running on a few Apple M2 Ultras, and that's the 680 billion parameter top of the line model, and that's terrifying if you're a tech investor pouring billions of dollars into AI, because of the best state of the art.
Yeah, because, okay, I get what they're saying. Yeah, it was kind of expensive to like run a model on. Is that cheap? For those of y'all who don't understand, all right, what's the comparison I could make? All right, I'm gonna use basketball to make this make sense. For those of y'all who are not understanding how fucking cheap that is. Basically, all right, imagine if you were, I don't know, fucking, what's an irrelevant ass basketball team that nobody gives a fuck about? The Washington Wizards. I had never seen a nigga wear Wizards. So imagine you're the Washington Wizards and you get, let's assume Bronny James is just as good as LeBron when he came into the game. For this to make sense, you're just gonna have to go with some fake imaginary assumption. So let's assume that assuming that Bronny James is just as good as LeBron, let's say that everybody, if they want to get LeBron in their team, they have to pay 20 million, 30 million, 40 million, 100 million, however many million. Let's say instead of getting LeBron on your team for 20 million, you could get baby LeBron, Bronny James, on your team for $1 million. And in basketball, 100 million, not even, fuck basketball, 100 million to $1 million, that's very cheap, bro. That's very cheap. You might as well get that nigga while you can, snatch him up. And let's say this nigga wants, for some reason, he wants to go to the Wizards. Baby LeBron James wants to go to the Wizards. You'd be a dumbass to not take that deal.
Can operate on relatively cheap consumer hardware, and it's free and open source and developed.
See, relatively cheap is somewhat misleading in this context, because $3,000, $4,000, that's not cheap for the average person. But how many did they have here? Because them server rooms easily cost $1 million, bro. Them server rooms, they be having easy cost $1 million. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, 7. So that's what? 4 times 2, 3 times. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 3 is 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24. And then I said 24. So that's over $24,000, bro. That's over 20 bands. This right here is over 20 bands. A server room to run an AI model right now. Oh, y'all can't even see it on the side. A server room to run an AI model right now, you're paying at least $1 million. Fucking 50,000 if you really know what the fuck you're doing. This shit costs less than 50,000 in comparison. And look, this shit can fit in a regular nigga's room. Now, I don't know how the fuck you're gonna cool all this, because whenever you're doing anything very CPU intensive, you need a whole lot of cooling. Like when you're doing GPU intensive things, like yeah, it's good to have cooling, but you don't need as much crazy cooling unless you're doing over the top CPU intensive stuff. I mean, GPU intensive stuff as with fucking CPUs
running on a.
So I don't know how you're gonna cool this, but
and that's the 680 billion parameter top of the line model, and that's terrifying if you're a tech investor pouring billions of dollars into AI. Because if the best state-of-the-art model can operate on relatively cheap consumer hardware, and it's free and open source and developed in China, how are we going to make any mother effing money? People are calling this the Sputnik moment. When Russia launched the first artificial satellite into space in 1957, the United States was shocked at the time, and it took over a decade to make a comeback. When America made its pinnacle achievement of filming a man on the moon in Nevada. That's a joke, of course, and even the smartest technology in the world, Deepseek, believes in the moon landings. We had a good run on this train, but now it's time to move on. I'm looking forward to brain chips, quantum computing, artificial meat printers, nanorobots, digital resurrection, and all kinds of other tech that will make the world a better place. This has been the Code Report. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
Okay, so just going. Oh wait, do I have more? Oh yeah, I got more shit to talk about, but just going off my synopsis of what I've seen for Deepseek AI, do I think it's this magical thing that's the AI to end all AIs and blah, 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 blah? No. But I do think this is a foundational discovery that will shake up the industry in a way of it'll set a new standard and introduce new creativity and competition that didn't previously exist. I don't think it's the thing, the AI to end all AIs is it's the hot shit. You need to throw all your money at this shit before the prices get too high and price you out, blah, 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 blah. I don't think it's none of that right now. But this is something important to keep your eye on, even if you don't care about this AI shit, even if you're one of those people that stomp your feet whenever you hear AI, keep your eyes on this. This is important and relevant to you, gang. And I just wanted to mention this because this is kind of funny though. Google Maps will remain the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, but only for US users. Now, the reason why I wanted to highlight this is because dickhead Trump, our president in Queef, said that he wants to rename the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America because I fucking can. The reason why I wanted to bring this up and why I find this funny is America already has shit education systems, and America already runs off of a bunch of systems and logical like assumptions that when we leave America make no fucking sense to the rest of the world. Like, it's an old school meme that I had. It's probably on my Instagram still to this day if you scroll back far enough. But basically the meme was a dude with blue paint painting the rest of a globe blue except America, and the caption is how Americans see the world. This is another example of that. America has this habit of doing shit that keeps and makes Americans fucking stupid for some odd reason that I just have a hard time understanding. These niggas at Google are so used to Americans being dumb, they said in the rest of the world, this shit is gonna be called Gulf of Mexico. But just for your dumbasses in that corner, sitting together, being fucking idiots in the corner, we'll change it to Gulf America. But just for you, the rest of the world, we don't respect that. We don't recognize that. But just for your dumbass, we'll call it that. Another thing I wanted to mention and kind of talk about, I'm not going to read too much into this. All I'm going to say is this would be hell on earth if Microsoft does actually buy TikTok. Please God no, please God no, please God no. Please God no. Because we know Microsoft is not going to buy TikTok. Imagine you're scrolling on TikTok and you get bombarded with 17 Microsoft ads. Every time you fucking scroll, you get an ad for buying Windows 11. Every time you scroll, you see another fucking Game Pass commercial. We don't want to see that shit, gang. Keep that shit to yourself. Anyway, that being said, I'm about to transfer over to TikTok and play my motherfucking game. Peace. All over to my TikTok, bro.